You can never solve the issue of criminality from the bottom up, because when you do, the thing is that we can't arrest the people for the crimes they commit. Because if our government is committing crimes, right? Because remember, a criminal, the definition of criminal is simply one who transgressed the law. If you transgress the law, then you are a criminal, right? And it doesn't matter if it's the Constitution, doesn't matter if it's a state statute. If you transgress the law, you are a criminal. So if our country is being led by criminals, then that means that we're going to be led toward criminality, which is going to produce an environment of criminality, which will then produce a society of criminals, right? We are following our leaders. So if our leaders are out there embezzling money out of the Social Security Administration so that they can funnel money out to Ukraine, or they're out creating an environment where drugs can be bought, sold, manufactured through these secret task forces called drug task forces because they want to seize property, right? They are creating a criminal environment. And in creating that criminal environment, they are now permitting the people to come into the environment that they created, which is then creating a criminality of the people. So before we can deal with the criminality of people, we must first start with the criminality of the government. We must first ensure that our leaders are going to act lawfully, to lead us in a lawful direction out of love, faith, obedience, and law, respect for the people and the laws they established, those laws that create their office and grant them their authority. And until we do that, we cannot solve the issue of criminality of the people. So I'm starting at the top. I'm going to the source of the problem, which is the United States Supreme Court, and I'm pointing out to them that they've been acting criminally since the day that the institution was established. They were created in order to administer the laws of the United States. They were there to protect and defend the laws of the United States, and unfortunately today, they have become willful accomplices in the destruction of the laws of the United States. They've done that because they have a desire to proliferate and make money in this institution that we call a sweatshop in China, but a prison here in America. We have to understand that the Supreme Court is not what they say that they are. They're not what they say that they are. Because the Supreme Court of the United States, if the Constitution got its way, right, and if they actually did what the Constitution says, they would all be out of a job, because the Constitution declares that all men are to be free. So who are they to continue to proliferate this idea or this concept that enslavement of the people of the United States is the way of our nation? That's not the way of the nation. That's not what anybody here in America believes in. But we've been led to believe that because of that institution. So the Supreme Court is not what we think that they are. First off, they undermine the laws of the United States consistently, routinely. Second off, they've been undermining the Union. And the reason why they do that is because peace and harmony across all 50 of the regional governments, that doesn't create conflict and crime. Conflict and crime makes them an institutional anomaly. So they have a desire to have what's known as states' rights, because states' rights have always been known as code word for discrimination. Because when you permit one state to have the right to govern whatever way they see fit, and another state to govern whatever way they see fit, now you have an unequal treatment of men in a society where all men were meant to be treated equally.